I'm excited to be with you guys, especially when I know that we have so many BombBomb users and I don't have to try and explain to you what BombBomb is or why it's valuable. Let me just get my screen share going here. So just kind of an overview. We're going to talk really briefly about this human-centered approach, but then I'm going to show you guys some opportunities where I see agents using video really, really successfully in that lead conversion, in the nurturing the relationship space, as well as I'm going to share with you guys some frameworks and show you some of the tech things that you may not even know about that make it easier for your day-to-day. So as we think about video, it's less about the cool tech and more about the human experience, right? You have to think about the emotional aspect of your customer's experience working with you. There's a Maya Angelou quote that I use all the time. People will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you make them feel. And that's really what this is about. This is about being able to communicate with someone who doesn't know you in a way that is going to make them feel both connected to you, as well as start to build that know, like, and trust. I don't have to tell you guys that the market is a little bit intense right now. You know this. And right now, more than ever, potential clients, they need to actually get that, oh, this is a trusted advisor feeling from you, because there are so many agents competing for their business. You want to make sure that they actually have that sense of know, like, and trust. And it's really hard to do that if you are black text on a white screen, right? We all understand it's hard to do that. So quick note about this human-centered approach to your communication, okay? Number one, this is giving you an opportunity to communicate with all of your humanity. Like Marcus just set up, such a small piece of your communication is the words. Everything else is those nonverbals, the eye contact, body language, tonality, facial expression. These are things that tell the recipient a ton of information about you. Our brains evolved to take in that kind of information. But the other piece of this is that a human-centered approach to your communication also requires that you recognize the humanity of your recipient. And video is wildly powerful for this because it's giving them an opportunity to start to break down the trust barrier without you being in their face, right? It's giving them an opportunity to consume information in a way that is easier, that they retain better, that they have the context of it. So it's really about both. This is giving you a massive advantage, but it also changes the experience for the recipient. The things that will happen when you are using this consistently in that lead conversion process, beyond just that first video, I'm going to give you some strategies for a few, but you are going to start building trust and they're going to start feeling connected to you and they don't even realize it's happening. There's so much data behind this. There's a social psychology term called the familiarity effect. And it basically just says the more exposure that someone has to you and not your emails, but to you as a person, the easier it is for them to trust you without them even having to think about it. So I want to give you guys some general high level ideas, but then we're going to actually jump into some specific strategies and frameworks. But these are just some high level ideas of when I can guarantee you that video is always going to be better than a text message or an email. Number one, when you are establishing or building a connection with someone, right? That first touch video, those videos at the beginning of a relationship are securing that trust, are securing that idea of a trusted advisor and differentiates you from any other agents, okay? Number two, anytime you are explaining complex information, it is going to benefit to use the video. We retain 95% of our information when we watch a video back, as opposed to only 10% when we read it in plain text. So I'm going to show you a really cool strategy for that. And then the last one is anytime tone or emotion matters. If you have ever sent or received an email or text message that was misunderstood because tonality was lacking, you understand why this is important. And it's just as important for having that good emotion and tonality behind it. Memories are stored by emotion and the information. You want your potential clients, your past clients, to have an emotional memory stored of you. So really, really powerful for good news, bad news, thank yous, congratulations, you're under contract. Ooh, we've been getting a lot of feedback, it's priced too high, which I know doesn't happen in this market, but it might. So all of those are going to be better opportunities. So I'm not going to spend a lot of time showing you guys video examples today. We're going to get into better strategy, but I want to show you two. Number one, this first one is just a lead response video. I want you to see how easy this is to do, as well as if you've never seen a BombBomb video, if you're joining us and this is new to you, great. So this is Jesse. This is just a first touch video. This is a potential seller that came in off of his website wanting to talk about him listing his house. Okay, so this is someone he's never met. This was the first point of contact. Check this out.
Hey there, Carmelo. How you doing? Jesse Peters here. Hope all is well. Just wanted to touch base with you. Say yes, I would love to have the opportunity to meet you guys, talk about the housing market over in the River Heights area, and see what your options are for summer if you're looking at putting your house on the market. Obviously, just out with my daughter right now before it starts to rain. So I will be available later tonight. You can reply to this. You can reply to this email, and be more than happy to set up a time for
There's nothing exceptional about that video except that it's a human being. And that is why this is a win over and over and over. Jessie told us that her response came within 10 minutes. She said, I can't wait to meet you. And she said that she was going to bring Bubbles to the appointment. That's the difference that it makes when you reach out with that first point of contact with a video. They're building trust. They get a sense of who you are, and it just makes it easier to convert them, okay? I think we've got someone unmuted there. All right, I think we're good. The second example I want to show you, this is really comes into adding value to the conversation. For example, when you get that opportunity to show someone the value of their home, the BombBomb screen recorder gives you a really awesome way to do this before you've even built the foundation of trust, before they're willing to let you into their home. So I want to show you this example because this is our friend Jimmy Burgess. I actually did a full session with Jimmy last week on what he calls this unsolicited CMA. Now, Jimmy is using the screen recorder to actually mine his database for potential listings. What he does is he provides these for his past clients, people that he already has an address for. He pulls up the MLS data, he pulls up the comps, he uses Google Earth to make a really compelling first 3 seconds, because we take the first 3 seconds of your video, we loop it into an animated preview so that as soon as someone opens up the email, they see Google Earth zooming in on their house. Let me tell you, if I open up an email and I see Google Earth zooming in on the top of my house, I'm going to want to know what that video is about. So when Jimmy first started this strategy, he committed to doing one a day for 90 days. And he said he actually ended up only doing 72. He missed a couple days in there, missed some weekends. But those 72 unsolicited CMAs out to his database generated him $11 million in listings. So this is a great strategy if you're trying to mine your database. This is also the best possible way that you can show a potential seller your value, as well as establish yourself as that trusted advisor and differentiate yourself from every other agent that is sending them text messages saying, can I list your house? Can I list your house? Okay, so check this out.
Hey, Carrie, it's Jimmy Burgess. Hope you're doing well. Wanted to give you an update on what's been going on at Adagio. We've had some changes there. So let me just kind of pull this in here and kind of get you to a place where you can really kind of see a little better exactly what we're looking at as far as in Adagio right now. One of the things, I'm pretty sure you know this, but A, B, C, D, E, F G as far as the building numbers. And so what I want to do is I want to come in here and talk specifically about some of these that have sold recently in the last year to give you an update on your value to get you a better feel for where we are. So what I did is I just kind of broke down. Obviously, the ones that are off the water are going to be the ones south of $1 million. The ones on the Gulf are going to be the ones that were this higher price. So I'm going to really focus in on your place here to give you an idea. So if we're looking at this, basically,
all right, I don't need to teach you guys how to do a CMA. Well, hopefully you'll know how to do a CMA, but I'm going to stop it there. But I wanted you to see that ability to toggle through the tabs, to zoom in on their property, to highlight information. And then he can just send that off as a value add. You're not saying, can I sit down at your kitchen table and show you the value of your house? He's just sending it off as an item of value. And then, because of the BombBomb tracking that doesn't expire, you will know when they open it up and play it. On the session that Jimmy and I did together last week, he told me that, he did this strategy, I think at the end of 2019 was when he started it. He said last year during 2020, you got all these people sitting at home deciding they hate their house. I got to get out of here. It's just not enough space for our family, all of those things. He was getting those tracking notifications popping up 6, 7, 8, 9 months after he sent them their value, going back and watching it again and again. You will be told in real time when someone opens that up. So let's say, for example, real world here, okay? You're using StreetText. You get someone wanting to request the value. You send them off a video like this. Maybe you've gone back and forth a couple times. You send them a value, showing them the value of their home. They drop off the planet. You don't hear from them again. They're not answering your phone calls. Guess what? 3 months later, if they go back and open it up again, you will be notified immediately on your phone, as well as in your BombBomb dashboard, that they just went back and played that video. Okay, so really, really valuable way to leverage that screen recorder. Okay. I want to give you guys a couple frameworks for the 3 best videos that I think you should be doing on the front end of your funnel right now. Okay. Like I said, I'm not going to show you a bunch of examples. I'm going to trust that you guys are smart enough and savvy enough to understand what this would look like. But I want to give you some training tips and frameworks here, as well as give you some instructions on structuring those messages to make sure that you are getting seen, that people are playing your videos. Okay. So for your first touch video, I would highly, highly recommend having a pre-recorded one that is part of your automation that goes out immediately introducing yourself to people. So if you're doing it in real time, like Jesse was with their name, you can use a whiteboard and say their name at the beginning of it, or use an app called, I use Big Text. I think that's what it's called. But this gives me an opportunity to, when I'm sending someone a video that doesn't know me, and I want them to make sure that they know it's personal for them, I just do that in those first 2 seconds of the video. So as soon as they open up the email, they see their name. We are psychologically drawn to our names. Now, if you are not doing a personal one for your pre-recorded automated lead response, I still would recommend doing something of that nature. For example, in Make It Big, you could put this video is for you, right? Same thing. It's still, it doesn't have their name, but it still can, creates this more compelling thumbnail, right? So you've got that first image catching their attention with the greeting. Here is the framework for your first touch video, okay? I have over 9,000 personal videos in my account from when I was in sales. We do this with thousands of sales professionals, okay? This framework works, okay? Empathy, value, call to action. The first thing you need to do is align yourself with them. Hey, I know it can be really overwhelming thinking about trying to sell your house right now in this market. Or, hey, I know you might be having a ton of agents reach out to you. I just wanted to introduce myself face to face, okay? Empathy, align yourself in the beginning of that video with them as a human being. My best suggestion for the automated one is, hey, I know it can be an overwhelming process. to think about listing your house right now. I just want to introduce myself and let you know that I'm here to be your guide, right? Empathy, okay? The second piece is value. What is the item of value that they are going to get? Is it a free home? Is it a CMA, right? Let them know what the item of value that you have to offer is. It's really important that the value piece, you're not asking them to make a trust leap to the end of the transaction, okay? If in that first video you say, I can't wait to list your house, it might scare them because they're not ready to say yes to you. That's a pushy sales technique that most people don't want to experience. So what is the next item of value? Don't ask them to jump to the end of the transaction, okay? And then the last piece is call to action. Be really clear. What do you want them to do next? Is it click the link to schedule time on my calendar? Is it reply to this email with dates and times? I am begging you, okay? Do not leave the end of your video nebulous. Let me know if you want information. That's not a call to action, okay? Be really clear about what the next step is. Third one, keep your video to a minute or less, okay? 30 to 45 seconds is the sweet spot. You want to make sure that you get it in under the 1 minute timestamp because the video will list the seconds, okay? The likelihood of getting someone to press play on your video, if it says 57 seconds, is really, really high, okay? So keep it under a minute, okay? Any questions about that framework or about a first touch video before I move on? All right. The second video that you should absolutely be using in the front end of your funnel when you speak with someone is this appointment confirmation. We have tons of data showing that this increases show rates by 58 to 71%, okay? This is another space where I would highly recommend having this done as a pre-recorded video. You don't need to record a appointment confirmation video every single time with someone's name on it. What you do is you record a pre-recorded appointment confirmation video where you basically say, hey, it's Alicia from XYZ Realty. I am so excited to chat with you tomorrow. 3 quick things, okay? Date and time are below this video, either in the text message or in the body of the email. I really want to make sure this is a valuable time for you. So please, make sure you write down your questions. I don't want to just talk at you. I want to make sure we get your needs met. And thirdly, if anything changes, just reply to this email and let me know so that we can schedule another time, right? So now you can use this video over and over and over and over again. I'm going to show you in just a second how easy it is to grab a pre-recorded video and leverage it over and over and over again, okay? So your framework, I kind of gave you an example of it, but connect, okay, right? Hey, I'm excited to meet with you. Remind them about the appointment, but then you also want to leave that open so that you can put that actual information in the body of the email or in the text message, and then just remind them why the appointment is valuable, okay? This gives you an opportunity to, again, you're just building on the foundation of trust. You are getting them familiar with you. This also gives you a great opportunity to reduce any anxiety they may have. If they have that fear in their head that you're going to try and, push them into signing a contract, or maybe they've had bad experiences with realtors in the past, or whatever it is, you're allowing them to meet you again and kind of, soften the beaches. I see a question there about the lead response. Gabriel wanted to know the setting for that video. I would encourage you to not overthink it, okay? For example, we have seen over and over and over again that videos that are walking and talking or that are outside have a higher play rate. So maybe you do want to do that first touch lead response video from outside or from walking or in your car. Agents get this idea stuck in their head that any video they need to do needs to be in their office. They need to be perfectly polished. They need to have everything set. That's not going to guarantee you the highest play rate. The likelihood that someone that doesn't know you sees that and then is going to feel a little bit more salesy, gets higher the more polished it is. So you could do that pre-recorded lead response video in your car, and it'll probably get a higher play rate than if you do it in your office. So the setting, don't overthink it. If you want to do it in your office, do it in your office. I'm not saying don't do it in your office. I'm saying don't overthink it, but do know that videos that are taken in unique locations get higher play rates, okay? All right, the third framework that I want to give you, and then we're going to jump into some tech stuff, is the follow-up, okay? In this market right now, I know that listings are competitive. I'm in all sorts of professional real estate groups, probably a lot that you guys are in on Facebook. And I keep seeing this where clients are saying things to agents like, I'm interviewing 5 agents, everyone be here at such and such time, you know, last man standing wins. Like, clients know that they have power here, okay? Because everyone's desperate for listings. So I have had agents tell me specifically that the video they send after the listing appointment is winning them listings. And they know that it's the video that they send after the listing appointment because clients are telling them, you know, we talked to a couple agents, but that video that you sent really put you over the edge. They know that it's the video. It's showing up on the reviews. So after you walk out of a listing appointment, before you let too much time pass, before you forget about it, before you get in your head and think, oh, I need to wait to do this tomorrow morning, it'll be weird if I send it now. You take out your phone when you get to your car or before you move on, and you lead with gratitude, okay? Thank you. You always start it with thank you. This is not my hippie opinion. There is so much data behind what gratitude in our communication actually does. Harvard Business School did a study that said participants that were using gratitude in their communication, it increases their social capital, which means people are more likely to do what they want. In fact, the specific data behind it, the emails that were sent out that had gratitude in them, there was over 109% increase in compliance with the request. So you just start out, thank you for your time. Thank you for letting me into your home. Thank you for meeting with me today, okay? Number 2, active listening. This is really, really important. Agents, you need to listen to me. Your prospects, your potential sellers, your potential buyers, they need to know that you are paying attention to their needs and what is important to them. So you need to repeat back something they shared with you, whether it was personal, whether they're going camping for the weekend, whether it was about their property or why they're wanting to sell or specific goals. This needs to be a part of your follow-up, okay? And then the third one, just restate next steps. Is it yours or theirs? Be really, really clear. If you are going to be sending something, tell them. If you are waiting on something from them, be really, really clear about it. This is actually, there's data behind consumers' experiences with sales professionals. This is an area where they feel like is really lacking. They're never sure what's supposed to be happening next. So your follow-up, right? Oh, thank you so much for inviting me into your home today, Julie and Tom. I'm so excited that we're able to connect today before you guys take off for Mexico. Enjoy, be safe, right? Like, you're just following up. You're being a human being, okay? Last thing on frameworks, and then I want to show you guys some cool tech stuff, okay? Text messages, we'll talk about a little bit when I show you my phone when I get in there, but the anatomy of good email, okay? Video email, this is really, really important. If you are distracted, if you're checking your phone or checking emails, you need to pay attention to this, because if your videos are not getting the play rate you want, it could be because you have not structured your email well, okay? Obviously, subject line is the first thing that you have is at your advantage. I told you I have over 9,000 videos in my account, okay? One-to-one videos. I would say over 90% of those subject lines say video for the person's name and then whatever the rest of the subject line would be, okay? Couple things here. Number one, we're psychologically drawn to our names. When you see your name in the subject line of an email, it catches your attention. The same way that when you are in a crowded room and you hear the word Alicia, right? We're psychologically drawn to it. Video is also a great way to capture their attention. In fact, we have data behind the fact that when there is video in the subject line, it increases play rate on the video. Doesn't necessarily increase open rate, which is interesting, but it increases play rate when you put video in the subject line, okay? This is really important, okay? This is why I said, guys, if you're not paying attention, you need to pay attention to this. You need to make sure that you put a line of text above the video. There's two reasons. Number one, you want to use that line of text to tell them and have your normal greeting. Hey, Marcus, I recorded you a quick video to introduce myself. Press play. That's number one, okay? You want to tell them that it's a video. You want to tell them what they're going to find if they play that video. The second piece, and this is more important than the first piece, some inboxes will pull an inbox preview after the subject line, and they'll pull the first sentence or the first couple words. If you do not put any text above the video and their inbox pulls an inbox preview, it's going to pull the video code, which means after the subject line is jumbly garbage code. Obviously, it's not garbage code, it's a video, but you don't want them to see that because they're going to think it's spam. Okay, so you need to make sure you put a line of text above the video. All right, then you've got the video right there, nice and big. Okay, this is also really important. You need to make sure you put text below the video. Sometimes it's just as simple as thank you. It needs to be different than your subject line, okay? So if you have your, or not your subject line, I mean your signature, okay? So maybe you have in your signature, you know, thank you so much, it's an honor, and then your whatever, your phone number and all of that. This needs to be different than your signature, and I'm gonna show you why. You wanna watch the screen for this, okay? If you do not put text below the video, there is a chance that their inbox will truncate the message. Oh, I clicked off of here. There is a chance that the inbox truncates the message and now the video thumbnail isn't there anymore. They don't see a big human face. They don't see someone smiling saying, play this video, okay? So text below the video makes sure that the inbox won't truncate it and they will see the thumbnail. I've even run into this before with someone who's a client, and I think that they, you know, would probably know or whatever, and I don't put text below the video and I send them a video reply to their question. And they're like, hey, Alicia, I couldn't see a video. There's no video in there. It's because the inbox truncated, okay? So just make sure you put text below the video and then you've got your CTA, okay? I agree, Marcus. I hope they're taking notes too. I see you furiously taking notes. And then of course your call to action. Like I said, you always want to be really, really clear about what you want them to do for their next step. All right.
Well, Alicia, real quick question with that.
Yeah.
So I have two questions. I run an iPhone, so when I send my text, I already have a subject line in I fill out. But now, say on your email, for example, when I sit there, if your email already has it, like I just pulled it up to see it, mine says I'd like to share a video with you, and I could see where I could modify that. But at the bottom of that, mine says like sent from my iPhone, this and that. Would that cover the grounds for what you're saying would be read going across?
So you're using the keyboard or the app in your email on your mobile app, and when you use it in that way, it doesn't populate the whole video thumbnail. It has it as a link there, correct? Is that what you're seeing? Okay, there, it does have it there. Okay. Yeah, I mean, you still want to make sure, is that in a text message or was that an email?
Okay, that one is the email. And in my text message that goes out, you have the option in iPhone of having a subject line in there. So I do that so that when it comes up, I automatically put a subject in that. But, and it just says, I'd like to share a video with you. And it has a link, but no picture in the text that goes out.
Yeah. So that's pretty standard for text message. You still want to make sure that the line of text that you put underneath that video is not whatever is automated in your email, like the sent from my iPhone, okay? Because that's basically like a signature line, okay? Their inbox is not going to recognize that as typing that you did, okay? So you still want to make sure you put it below that.
So it suffice even if you just said thank you for taking a minute to see my video or something, right?
Sometimes I just put thank you.
Yeah, okay.
Right? Like, because you've connected in the human way in the video, right? You've spoken to them. You don't need to be really superfluous with your words underneath there. You just need to make sure that there is a line of text. So thank you is more than sufficient. Okay, I am going to stop sharing for a second so that I can share my other screen here. All right, so let me know in the chat, guys, how many of you are using our Chrome extension? How about a yes if you're using it, or a no if you're not, or you have no idea what I'm talking about? Yep. Okay. I see lots of yeses, so I'm going to speed through this then really quick. Seems like everyone knows how to use it. So Chrome extension, couple things really quick here. I love the Chrome extension for Facebook Messenger, okay? I cannot tell you enough how often I use this, because I get a lot of people reaching out to me on Facebook asking me questions about BombBomb. And yes, Facebook Messenger does have a video option, but if you've ever tried to use it, you will discover that you have to hold your thumb down while you're using that video option. And then as soon as you're done, it populates the video into the message. So the Chrome extension is awesome because you're going to get the option to either copy the link or copy for email. Copy for email would be if you are putting it into your email, Outlook, Hotmail, AOL, or if you're putting it into a CRM that supports HTML coding, okay? This is really important that you understand the difference here. Copy for email is going somewhere that supports HTML. Email, CRMs, okay? Copy link is anytime you are putting it on a, like a web-based platform, whether it's WhatsApp or whether it is Facebook Messenger or anything like that. So I can just copy a link, right? And then pop it into Messenger just like that and send it. Marcus, this is a lead response video that I sent to someone else, so you don't need to watch it, but it's there. So yeah, there you go. Really, really easy for Facebook Messenger, WhatsApp, any things like that. Same thing when you're talking about taking a pre-recorded video and putting it into an automated response. You're going to do that with the Chrome extension, okay? You're going to grab the video that you already recorded. Hopefully you titled it really well so that you can find it. I would suggest that, you know, title it First Touch Video or StreetText Automated Response, so that you would just come in here and you would either copy for email if it's going out in an email, or copy the link if this is an automated text message, and paste it into that format, okay?
What about the send with template?
So send with template is going to send it from your BombBomb dashboard with like your branding wrapped around it if you have a branded template. I'm just going to be really honest with you guys. You're not going to get as good interaction when you do it that way, because number one, if you send it from template, it's coming from the BombBomb platform, which isn't bad. It's just not as ideal for one-to-one sending. The BombBomb platform with the template is better for mass sends. You're going to get much, much better open rate and interaction from people if you are sending directly from inside of your own email, okay? I want to show you guys my phone, but I don't know if it's going to give me the option.
While you're looking for that, Alicia, the reason why I asked you that, we've had kind of a mixed response out of the group for folks, stuff bouncing when they're shooting out emails, and for what was getting opened, what wasn't. Some said the BombBomb platform delivered better. A lot of us do use the Google You know, we use the Gmail, so we use Google Chrome to send out, or I even use Outlook. But that's why I was wondering if the template was going to give a better open rate or not.
Yeah, no, it's not. And I would be surprised if someone was sending from the BombBomb platform and they were getting a better open rate from their email. It makes me think that they've probably got some bad marks on their email address, honestly. Yeah, it's not letting me connect my phone. I wanted to show you guys the BombBomb keyboard. Do you guys know about the keyboard?
Yeah, I've got it on my phone.
Everyone else in here, you guys know about the keyboard? Okay, I see some heads shaking no. Okay. I'm a little bummed because it's not connecting my phone, so I'm not going to be able to show it on the screen. We're going to have to kind of do this the least ideal way, which is me just trying to navigate you through it. But so the BombBomb mobile app gives you an option to turn on the keyboard. Okay, the keyboard is basically like any keyboards that you use, your GIF keyboard or any of those other shortcuts. Okay, the great thing about the BombBomb keyboard, let me show you. I'm going to open up a text message here. I'm going to open up a text message from my contractor because that's a safe one. So when I'm in the message here, down at the bottom, you see a little globe option. Okay, so this is just as you see, a just normal text message. Okay, you see that globe option. This is my keyboards. When I open that up, it brings me right to my BombBomb keyboard. Okay, right from this keyboard, I have the option to, if I want to record a video, it's going to open me up to my BombBomb app, or I can grab a pre-recorded video again. So right from my text messages, okay, here in a text message, I could grab that appointment confirmation video that you've already recorded. I gave you the framework, right? Connect, remind, right? Tell them about the value, remind them the date and time. You've got that video in your BombBomb mobile app. So now you just got off the phone with someone and they said, you know, yeah, let's chat tomorrow or whenever it is. You grab that video from your BombBomb keyboard, okay? And you can either send it in a text message right there, or you could send it in an email. And then again, with the text message, the way that a video text shows up on their end is pretty much out of BombBomb's control, okay? So, for example, if you are sending a video to an iPhone of someone that you have already been texting back and forth with, it is always going to display the video thumbnail. However, if I send a BombBomb video to someone over text message that I have no text history with whatsoever, Apple will not allow that video thumbnail to display as clickable until they reply. Once they've replied to me, they can click on that video and the thumbnail pops up and it actually is already playing in the message. But prior to that, it's not going to display the thumbnail. It's just going to show a link. I don't know all of the rules for Android. So here's the deal. When you are sending a video over text, we autofill it with, if you choose that text message option, just like Leon was saying, we autofill with, click to play video. You can leave that text there. I still would recommend the same kind of opening line that you would do in the email. Hey, Leon, I recorded a quick video to introduce myself to you. Press play. Right? You want to be really clear. Again, because you don't know how that video is going to display. Sometimes it will be the video thumbnail in the text message. Sometimes it will just show the link. We cannot control that, okay? That has to do with what kind of phone they have, who their service provider is, what kind of relationship you already have with them. So you just always want to make sure that you're really clear when you're doing it in a text message, that it is a video and that you want them to click on it, okay? Let's take some questions because that's kind of everything that I wanted to show you. I'm a little bummed that Zoom wasn't letting me show you my phone, but let's take questions.
DJ had a good one for you about the bomb sending the video. He's asking, can it not be a video stored on the laptop?
Why I need to use bomb for sending the video? Can it not be a video stored on laptop? Sorry, innocent question. You know what, DJ? It's actually my favorite question. So I get that question all the time. Why do I need bomb? Why can't I just send a video? Couple things here. Number one, if you have ever tried to actually email or text someone a video, you understand you're very, very limited on size, okay? Especially over email. Text, it's getting a little bit better, right? Like I have been surprised actually at the length of videos that people are able to get out over text message sometimes. Still, it has to be under a minute. Anything over a minute, it's not sending, which means if you want to send, you know, like an unsolicited CMA with the screen recorder, there's no way it's going to let you send it. It's too big of a file. Video files are huge. Same thing. If you had a video on your computer, say, for example, you recorded a lead response video and you have it stored as an MP4 on your video and you want to email it to a new client, you know what you're going to have to do? You're either going to have to send it as an attachment that you then are asking someone who doesn't know you to download, which they're not going to do, or you have to upload it to Dropbox or Google Drive and then send them a link and ask them. And you've got to be, you know, trust that they're going to click on the link and do the permissions and all of that. Ease of use and ease of receipt for your end users. That's why people use BombBomb. There is no way that you could do that as quickly without BombBomb in regards to the automated, the sending a quick response, the walking out of an appointment and saying, hey, thank you so much for meeting with me today. I'm so excited for whatever, all of that stuff to just send it off. You have to go through lots of extra practices. If you wanted, I've heard people that were doing this before they discovered BombBomb. They record a video, they upload it to YouTube, they get the YouTube link, they take a thumbnail image, link the image to the YouTube link so that it looks like there's a video in the email. But then again, when someone clicks on that YouTube video, takes them out of the email, it sends them to YouTube, and now they're being marketed to by YouTube. So plus with BombBomb, you also get tracking. You also have the ability, Leon loves the tracking. Tracking is huge. You have the ability to grab a video and put it into a mass send in your CRM, or to have an automated video going out when people meet you. So those are all of the reasons why you would use BombBomb and not just try and do it on your own.
Snippets too. I mean, so from the automation standpoint, I think it's huge for StreetText users. We have an automatic email that goes out to that homeowner that's clicking on, thinking they're getting instant market value. And so we know those are percentages, right? The system itself will send it from that personal email. Some people will get 50%, some people 30%. You know, you're not going to rely on those numbers. So for me, having the snippet, that same email in your personal email as a canned response so that you can send it again, but maybe with a little bit of a personal touch. Now you have control of that email's destiny to get it open, to get it watched, to look for that click that you want or that call to action to be clicked on to get that reply. Because, you know, I tell everybody the holy grail of an email is, of course, an open, a watch, a click on the link that you want them to click on, and a reply. So if you can figure out how to get that going, you're going to win relationships.
Over and over. Any other questions?
I am pretty new to BombBomb, so I might have questions that other ones already know, the other people on the call already know the answers to. So I'm sorry if they're really basic, but I've been playing with BombBomb in the last couple of days, and I noticed, I don't know if I did something wrong. I was using it. I watched the video of using templates, and I created a template, and I was sending emails with that template, and I was just adding the new body in the text, changing the name of it, and resending. And then I realized I didn't save the copies because it was like property valuation, right? So I realized I did not save those copies anywhere else. And now I have no idea what I put in those emails as far as property valuation. So I either have to go back and kind of rerun the valuations unless they respond to me, obviously, or did I do something wrong? So does BombBomb track? Can I look at those emails in BombBomb?
So were you, Oksana, were you like creating an email with a template and then sending it off to someone and then going back to that exact same email?
Yes.
Okay, you did do something wrong and I'm sorry. So I'm going to explain this to everyone, okay? Every single BombBomb email and every single BombBomb video live in their own universe with their own URL, okay? So if you are going to use the same email over and over and over again, you need to make a copy. If you're changing things, okay, you need to make a copy of that email, and then you could put in the new video or change the name or anything like that. But because that email that you created lives in its own URL, if you go back to that exact same email and change things, the first person you sent it to is actually going to get see those changes. Same thing, like if you wanted to use the same email and just you were swapping out the video to make it a different personal video. If you did not make a copy of that email and you were just changing the video in the same email, then every single person that you sent that email to is going to get the most updated video that you put in it. So kind of a bummer here. I'm so sorry that happened, but I would recommend reaching out to our tech team, reach out to our support team. Our support team is awesome. They love our customers. They take really, really good care of them. I love seeing Leon nod his head there. Means he's had good experiences with them. Yeah, I would recommend reaching out to our support team and let them visually walk you through what I just said so that you don't ever run into that again. But super bummed that happened. Reach out to our support team and they will walk your hand or hold your hand exactly through what you need to do there. Okay.
Okay. Well, I'm glad I've only done it for, I guess, a few people and not like I've been doing it for months.
Only a few days. Can I share something? I think that'll be practical for everybody. When you're doing your automations from StreetText, like, I'll use this example, right? You see Jennifer's got her entire automatic email sending out. So what I tell everybody is you just grab this whole thing, you do a Command C, and then you go to your compose and quickly throw that in there. And then this is how you create that snippet. Essentially, you hover it over and it gives you the save option. Where's my little pink save? There we go. And there you go. You create a new snippet. And so now this could be like home value or, Facebook home value. But at that point, now it's saved. And so whenever you're doing that new one, you're going to go check obviously in the system to see what it was. But now you can actually go and change that person's name real quick in the subject line, change out the email real quickly, and then resend it with slightly different change. And that's what you're going to do for all your emails, really, because now you get all the tracking installed in it. So for me, you get really comfortable with using it from your personal email and get really comfortable with the snippets because you have all your snippets already pre-canned in here.
Yep. And
it makes it so easy. Like I use the example for Wendy all the time. You're going to want to get this open because that's your intro.
Yep. And same thing like the snippets. I would recommend building that appointment confirmation with a snippet because then the only thing that you have to do when you go into your email is you just put the date and time below the video and you hit send. So really, really fast when you do it that way. Someone wanted to know if you can use a BombBomb video on YouTube or vice versa. You can upload a YouTube, like you can bring a YouTube video into your BombBomb account. But the best way I can explain this to you is that YouTube is video hosting and BombBomb is video hosting. So both of us kind of need it to be hosted on our platform. So like, yeah, you can take a YouTube video and put it in BombBomb, but you're essentially uploading the YouTube video into your BombBomb account so that we can host it. That's how we can track it. Same thing. If you're putting a video on YouTube, they make you upload it to their platform. So Yeah,
Oh.
you kind of have to put it there.
Quick question, because we got some popular, like Jennifer's one of our more popular agents, and she uses the template where she throws in someone's home, and you know, really just keeps the video evergreen, and then essentially, you know, say, hey, this is what your home last sold for. This is what you're gonna home is gonna, you know, what I think it's gonna be positioned for today, and then she sends this out personally. So you're saying this type of template would be not opened as much as if she did maybe a screen recording starting with the person's home using Google Earth?
100%. 100%. I do. She will get better open rates the less templated it is. You have to think, remember when I get started with like, what's your customer's experience of dealing with you? Real estate agents want everything branded. They want their branding, they want their logo, they want it to look all professional. Consumers, we see that and we think salesperson, right? Like the higher polished it is, the less likely that the recipient of that is going to feel like they're being sold, right? Agents are like, I love my logo, my branding. I spend so much money on having this beautiful headline, you know, made. It's great in certain situations. For one-to-one sending, you are always going to get better results. The more stripped down it is, the less branding. BombBomb from a marketing standpoint, like our marketing team, we've started sending way more stripped down emails. We've got rid of all the graphics and the cool colors and trying to keep everything on brand. And we're sending more stripped down because it gets better engagement.
Love it. I love it. My wife likes to call it raw, real, relatable.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you know, the idea too for everyone here, and maybe we can get some more examples and we'll share that Google Earth app, like as a personal touch. So everybody get very comfortable with using screen recording and get comfortable with using that Google Earth app, because if you start putting that home address in there and you start from the zoomed out image as it pulls in that little GIF in the 3 seconds to that person's home, if you can time it and get, you know, practice it to where they see their actual home as they open up their email. Oh my gosh. I mean, I can't imagine right? You put in their subject line, their name, video for Alicia, you know, regarding your Facebook home valuation request on 133 Glenridge.
Yep, exactly. So the best way to do it is get all of your tabs up, right? So you've got your CMA, you've got your MLS, you have your comps all up. You open up Google Earth, okay? You put the address in Google Earth, but you don't press enter, okay?
Okay.
Put the address in, you don't press it. Well, if you're up in like the space view, you do want to make sure that you get it down there. But then you open up your BombBomb screen recorder, right? You start your BombBomb screen recorder. It gives you that 3, 2, 1 countdown. It's giving you your countdown. While it's giving you your countdown, you get ready so that as soon as your screen flashes and it's recording, you press enter again and Google Earth zooms in.
Let's see everybody here do it and load it into the StreetText Insider group as an example, and we'll all just high five each other.
I love it.
Do it for your next CMA. It's your challenge.
So this is the homework that I wanted to give you guys is I want everyone to go record a pre-recorded lead response video. If you don't have this already happening and going out automated, this is a game changer. This is 100% a game changer. Every single lead that comes your way should get to meet you face to face before anything else happens, okay? Empathy, value, call to action. Hey, I'm a human being. I know this is overwhelming. It's why I love my job, because I get to help people, right? Empathy, value, call to action. That's your homework. Go record that pre-recorded lead response video and put it in your workflow.
Done.
All right.
I'm going to start using on Messenger. I wasn't even aware. I've been doing so many messages. And I even think for birthdays, right? We get alerted every day for birthdays.
Yes. Do not be another agent that writes happy birthday on the post when everyone has written it. Use the Chrome extension. You can send a 15-second happy birthday video, and that will have more impact than you being one of 100 people that writes happy birthday on their wall.
I actually use the Messenger app, and I change myself to be like a dog or a cat, and I sing them happy birthday
Nice.
singularly by name. So
There you go.
not everybody will do that. Awesome. Any last second questions before we let Alicia go? That was amazing. You guys all gonna do this? And don't feel overwhelmed. You just gotta practice. And like I said, I mean, personally, if I was a homeowner and I saw that video, Google Earth zooming in on my home,
Like that.
that's the touch you need, because that all you need is the open. You just need them to say play, because they're gonna be like, what the heck? Why is my house here? And then you have something authentic to say.
Yeah, exactly. This is a really great question that I will address. It's probably not relevant to everyone, but will it work with StreetText if I sign up through Buffini? The Buffini integration is really, really limited. It was their choice to make the Buffini. If you buy through Buffini, it's really limited. That was their choice. We had nothing, that was outside of our control. So if you sign up through Referral Maker or Buffini, your other integrations will not work. Okay. We love Buffini and we love Referral Maker, but if you want other integrations to work, like with StreetText, you can't buy it through Buffini. You need to go through a more traditional route, because it's limited on the Buffini side.
What do you think? The plus option is probably the middle of the run. I mostly advise everybody to start there, especially if they want templates.
Honestly, if you already have a CRM or another thing that you are using that will let you do mass sending, you don't need the BombBomb Plus. I used to sell it. We've pushed agents towards the Plus for years and years and years. But what we find is most agents already have somewhere that they can do mass sending from. If you already have a site or a platform that you love that you can do mass sending through, all you need is the essentials, because you can take the video thumbnail and put it into something else. So
there you have it. No excuses.
No excuses.
Like $1 a day?
Yeah, it's $29 a month.
So there you go.
Yep.
I have a question for you, Alicia. I already got BombBomb, and but I was just out of curiosity. So I have KV Core. Does the KV Core, if people were to get the BombBomb through KV Core, is it also limited through that? I'm curious.
Nope. The KV Core integration gives you everything.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay,
So if you brought it through KV Core, you do have everything. Buffini is the only one that made the integration really limited.
But I see now that I've got BombBomb, I can't, the only way I could, it seems that the only way at this point that I could incorporate KV Core is for me to cancel my BombBomb now and then redo another account straight through my KV Core. For some reason, it doesn't allow integration with already having the subscription for BombBomb to begin with. Does that make sense?
Interesting.
Yeah, I was looking into it the other day because I was trying to see if I could integrate it, but there's no way. In the instructions, it says that I have to cancel it and then get it straight through KV Core.
Have you talked to support? Because I feel like when we launched the KV Core integration, we did like a tech switch thing where we moved them over. So I would say call our support team and find out what you need to do there, because there may be a way for them to switch you, because I don't want you to have to cancel your account and get another one. It's not necessary. Just reach out to support and they should be able to get it migrated properly. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Awesome. I like the text message opportunity too, because I send mass texts all the time, copy paste type of thing. So for intros, I like that video idea, just to meet people.
Yeah, absolutely. It's huge.
Any other questions before we let her go?
No, I'm glad that I accidentally found out today that Raw is better, because I don't edit nothing. I send it. If I mess up, I laugh and go, I meant to do that, and I just keep rolling with it. So the humor and the fun. But I've been curious when Jennifer did that. It's really a nice layout, but I was curious about the opens. So you kind of open some eyes on that today.
Yeah, I mean, it's beautiful, right? It's not that it's wrong. There's nothing wrong with sending branded stuff. There's nothing, it's not bad practices. It's just that if engagement is your goal, you get more engagement the more raw it is.
Love it.
You gotta let your dog out. Cindy been
Oh,
giving you a message.
She wants to go. She's been scratching.
Well, thank you so much. We're gonna have you back again, I'm sure.
Yeah.
And yeah, we'll be showing you all this. So I'm gonna invite you into our Facebook group so you can see all the examples that come out of this webinar.
Yes,
Okay?
please. Yeah, thank you guys for having me. I love my job, and I love my job because I get to help people be successful. So I want to see your wins. Tell me your wins.
Done. Leon, you're first. You're gonna be at first right now. You're gonna throw your video in the group. Go for it.
Leon's about to go meet his photographer to get these pictures taken so I can get this listing active tomorrow. But I do the midnight work. I'll do it there. Alicia, Leon wants a Bomb t-shirt. If I got to pay for it, let me know what I need to do to order the thing, okay?
Leon, I'm going to send you my email address. Oh, you sent it to me. All right. I'm going to copy it. We'll talk, okay?
Thank you.
Love it.
But hey, my challenge is I will get mine in by tomorrow. So last one to get one up owes somebody a mocha. That's all I'll say.
There you go. And it's low fat because Leon's got a goal. All right, guys. Have a great day. Thank you.